Whoops. Oh, music cue. Hello everyone. Today is Thursday, October 26th, and we are going to Fort Christmas Historical Park. So this is another one of the free / cheap things that you can do around Orlando. And of course, like most free things, it's got a little educational purpose, but it's a, I don't know, some sort of old military or Native American fort that's turned into a park. Not really sure what we're gonna see when we get there, but we're gonna go check it out. And we're gonna take you with us. So this is the road leading to Fort Christmas. We are about 9 miles outside of East Orlando. So nice little wooded area. Can't talk today. But anyway, we're on the road headed down to Fort Christmas. We live pretty far out, well, I don't know, we live in Orlando, but we live pretty near like the edge of it or getting out of town, and I kind of like that. And Fort Christmas is only like 9-10 miles from the edge of Orlando, probably about 15 or between 15 and 20 from where we actually live. But yeah, I don't know, it's pretty cool having these nice little tree-lined roads and backwoodsy kind of areas, especially when you spend so much time in the city. So it's nice not having to go very far to get to this kind of landscape. Like there looks like some farms on the side, and there's horses and stables and things like that, and it's pretty nice. But anyway, the historical, really can't talk today. Oh, so this is it, we're driving by it right now. The entrance is coming up here on our left, and we're gonna do some touring over here, and hopefully they're okay with filming inside. If not, we'll check in with you, but I'm still gonna walk around and let you at least see the outside of it. But here is something else that you can do for free in Orlando. No pets, so don't bring your pets. And there's not a whole lot of people here, but I can kind of imagine why. It's a little historical fort. Probably get student groups that have to come through here, but I'm gonna check it out and I'm pretty excited about it. So this is Fort Christmas. We're going to just start. This was kind of a little welcome building right here behind us where we picked up a brochure and signed in. They had a collection of saws in there that I'll probably take a picture of and stick in here later, but we're just going to start with these buildings and work our way back, see what they have to say in them. Alright. Oh, so this is more modern than I was expecting. I was expecting like some 1800s style stuff, but we have a sewing machine here. It's a pedal pusher, but it's still pretty far advanced for the time frame I thought we were looking at. And there's a television in here, so.
This is from 1953.
Oh, you got the book open. Okay, good. So this is a 1953.
It's a Parton home.
Oh, okay.
Parton. Yeah.
Like Parton, like Dolly Parton?
P-A-R-T-I-N. Parton.
Okay. So this is the Parton home, and it's set up like it was set up in 1953. So we're getting a little taste of some historical homes, but not so historical.
It's Dixie and Emma Parton.
And apparently they liked to sew, because there's sewing machines everywhere. See, now I want to set my table like this all the time, but I want to do it for each season. So I want a Halloween table and a Christmas table and a spring table, a summer table, and I want to leave everything out like that, but my kids would just mess it all up, so I don't bother. Oop, that's a pretty teapot. I love teapots. Just so that everybody knows that about me. I love teapots and I want to collect 1,000,000 teapots. Oop. It's a cute little... Ooh, look at that washer and dryer. Imagine if that was what we still used. Thank goodness for technology. Even though that was the height of technology in the 50s. And imagine if that was the size of your refrigerator. But this is why they shopped every few days rather than storing all the food that we store. Little boy's bedroom. It's cute. And of course, I don't know. It seems like whether you were religious or not, or your friends were religious or not, every single house I've ever been in my entire life has had either a picture of Jesus or the Last Supper in it. And this one is no exception. Over here we have a collection of tractors. I want to be a farmer. That would be like, that's a hashtag life goal. A small plot of land, grow my own food, milk my own cow, collect my own eggs, turn my own butter.
This is the lunchroom.
Farm and write books. This is a lunchroom that we're headed to?
That little one is, and then the schoolhouse is there.
Alright, so we're walking up to right now is the lunchroom of the schoolhouse that's here on Fort Christmas. So what does that little brochure say about Fort Christmas, like when it was founded and when it kind of went away?
And it was a gathering place in the late 1880s.
Okay, so in the late 1880s, Fort Christmas was a gathering place for who? Oh, awesome.
Christmas in 1837 was when soldiers from Alabama, it says.
Okay, so soldiers in 1837 found, okay.
December 25th.
They found it on December 25th in 1837, and that's why it's called Fort Christmas. Okay. Oh, we got a little butter making station, a bread making station, all kinds of different stoves. See, it wasn't just a lunchroom, the kids had to cook too. Canning. See, that's what I want to be, a farmer. I want to live the farmer lifestyle and then write books. That's the kind of stuff I would do if I won the lottery. Wouldn't be partying and cars and all that stuff. It would be a nice little plot of land, and yeah, that's the life. What's from 1903? The canning stuff? Oh. Okay, so this little schoolroom, lunchroom that we're standing in was built in 1906 to go along with the schoolhouse that we're going to go visit here in a second. It's got pictures of hog scalding and butchering. Yeah, I could learn how to do all this stuff.
And then backwards. This is 1932, and the schoolhouse is 1906.
Oh, well, no, Courtney had it backwards. This was built in 1932 and the schoolhouse is 1906. See, everybody's gonna be so confused now. Such a beautiful day outside right now. The weather is awesome. It's Dick and Jane books. They still use Dick and Jane books in my school though when I was little. Because our books were ancient, but the school books. Oh, we had copies like this. Yeah, oh, and I'm reading that one right now. So Courtney was pointing out The Count of Monte Cristo, and in the same volume as The House of Seven Gables. The Count of Monte Cristo is his favorite book, and right now I'm currently reading The House of Seven Gables, so that's kind of funny. Old school books. Oh, encyclopedias. What do you think kids would do if they had to use these books to do their research instead of type things into Google? Or heaven forbid, Wikipedia.
They make it work is what they do.
Yes, just like we had to. Typewriters. I want to get a loud clicky clacky typewriter. I'm going to write my novels on a loud clicky clacky typewriter, and I'm going to do it all night long just to drive everybody in the house crazy.
Learn to type on one.
Me too. My mom had a clicky clacky typewriter that I liked. So this is the auditorium. It's massive. You can fit 3, 6, 9, 24 chairs in here. It's awesome. Oh my goodness. I remember these toys. You remember them too?
That exact dog.
That's so funny. Oh, there's a lot of kids that went to school here. It's a lot of kids for the size of this little school building.
Yeah.
Wow.
Times.
Yeah, there is. We can go to it. Hello. The desks are so little. So you put the older kids in the middle so they have more room at the tables. Some of these desks are so small. And this looks like the desk I had. My desks in elementary school were just like this. That one right there at the private school I went to. And we had the space on the inside to put books, and then we had to bring homemade bags that we tied on the other side for our pencils and stuff like that.
I had some like that. I can't remember which one. It was New Hampshire or Georgia.
First through fourth grade, 1920s. There's a giant dragonfly up there getting his education on. Except for he's not smart enough to find his way out. No, it's a modern playground. And there's some modern picnic pavilions. And there's an 1837 style Pepsi machine over there. So this looks like an actual military fort. You know, in Laramie.
This is the big one.
Ooh, tripped. Watch out for the roots. Anyway, in Laramie, there was the park is still there, but they used to have an old military fort exactly like the one that we're about to walk up to, that they built the park around, and they actually left the fort up. So my entire childhood, we would go to this park and we would run around in these little outpost-like buildings, just like the ones that are right here. And we would climb on the top of the fences and fall off of them all the time and get hurt. And there was like little walkways on the inside of the fences that were 2 feet wide or so, which is, I'm guessing, where like the sentries would stand, or the people would line up all along them on the inside so they could fire over the sides. And sometime between 1997 and 2004, they finally decided that they weren't safe because they were still there when I was in high school, but when I went back to Laramie next time, they were gone. So
This is a replica.
this is a replica. Okay, ours wasn't a replica.
It was 1837. So.
Yeah, that's true. So this is where the 1837 post was.
This was, yeah.
And there's a 1830 style Pargo. See, children under 12 aren't even allowed in here without an adult. Whereas we would just run around in a place just like this. Okay, so this was built during the Second Seminole War. Seminole War.
Sounds like you're doing some work.
It does.
Got a bit there.
Do you think that no smoking sign was there in the 1800s?
What's that?
I said, do you think that no smoking sign was there in the 1800s? Powder magazine. The powder magazine was used for storing ammunition below the ground.
Gotcha.
It smells like a cellar. It's got that unique smell that only cellars can have. Ooh. Trying to zoom out. I feel like I'm zooming in.
What's that?
It's the storehouse. There we go. Alright, so this is the storehouse. Whew.
Sounds like you're doing work.
Yeah. The American Soldier in 1839. A little different than how they look now. That would be a cool boat to see in real life. Yeah. Charleston, Savannah, and Florida Steam Packet Co. That would be neat. They need to bring back a boat like that so you could take river trips up through South Carolina and across Florida on the St. Johns River. That'd be awesome.
Would be. I love boats. Boats are so fun.
Some old tools.
Somebody would have to make your boots. They haven't made it.
Why is it that all tools from back in the day look like torture devices? Like, I realize that they're for trapping and hunting and iron smithing and whatnot, but
Because they weren't created.
yeah, they were functional.
People used them.
They were functional before anything else. Big saws.
Sadistic people came up with ideas.
Right? He's speaking very quietly, so I could barely hear him, but in case you didn't hear Courtney, he was saying they probably were built for tools, and then your sadistic crazies had other ideas and turned them into torture devices. So this building right here is offices and a resource library, but you can only go in through appointments only, so we're gonna just keep on walking. Are you lost again? Do we have to tell everybody something else about that fort?
It's listed,
Turpentine? What?
You see, it's like labeled as a tree. Look over here. Tree identification, turpentine.
Oh. A tree where you can get turpentine, or a turpentine tree?
Yes.
That's pretty awesome. I need to do that. I need to get a book of flora and fauna for the local area so I can learn more about animals and native vegetation and trees, because every time I walk up to a plant or a tree, I'm like, what kind of tree is this? And if I had some sort of guide, maybe I would know. Like, I know some obvious ones, like I can see a maple or an oak tree and know that it's a maple or an oak tree. Or a pine tree and a palm tree versus a palmetto, but there's still so many species within those. What's that?
Cane mill and syrup kettle.
Okay. So we got some maple trees. Right here. Somewhere. Unless they made syrup from some other kind of sap. So this is a live oak. Okay, southern live oak as opposed to a southern dead oak. This is a longleaf pine. Hi, did I ask you the other day what kind of pine tree it was that had the really long needles? Well, they call them longleaf pines. That's creative. That probably explains why the road we lived in South Carolina, that was Longleaf Road, had a gajillion of these trees on it. Probably not a coincidence, that's what it was named. Sugarcane. Cool. Probably didn't smell so sweet though.
Alright. Looks like we got a turpentine tree over here. This is what we were talking about over there. Prepared for turpentining. You'll notice the trees, this type of distinct scarring all around the park. And here you go. You got a container to catch what they need there. Really pretty.
I can't tell if anything has been recorded.
I know.
I'm gonna guess not, because the camera keeps acting up. We're in a bigger ranch house. You may or may not have heard that before. We'll see what happens when I go to edit the video, but the camera keeps stopping on me, so I don't know what's getting recorded and what's not. Alright, so this is a cattle exhibit that they just moved into the house, I'm hoping. Like this would have been a bedroom or something, or a living room at the time, because I definitely wouldn't want to keep saddles and things like that inside my house. Torture devices that probably had a functional purpose. A cow whip, that was always a torture device. But yeah, these saddles are nifty and all, but yeah, no, they would have stunk. Wouldn't have wanted them by my bed. Here's a painting of some people from the 1800s. They look very happy.
I feel like they might not have noticed it as much then.
Yeah, maybe. Everything had a more au naturel smell. I'm looking at these like old portraits and paintings. Now people didn't smile in pictures. It just made me think of A Million Ways to Die in the West. Where they made jokes about people not smiling in pictures because you look like a crazy person. A crazy time at Tostahachi. Some old-fashioned good times from 1952. Which I don't really think 1952 is super old-fashioned. I said I don't feel like 1952 is super old-fashioned. I mean, this is a range of years, I realize.
Yeah, this is 1917.
All packed into one house.
The house is out of it.
Right. Stairs leading up to the attic. Scary, rickety stairs. Huh? Yeah, we can go this way. Woods home. Yeah, there's like a bunch of Simmons houses around here. The Christmas post office. It's so big. Can't go in here. Another house. Hunting and fishing exhibit in there. Yeah. Colgate. Oh, yeah, I was just seeing that. Colgate Octagon soap. That package looks pretty new.
It's probably some sort of.
Probably still get it somewhere. Sorghum syrup. Pretty china. This table's set for 6. People are used to having so much space now that, I mean, this place probably would have been decently grand for the people who lived in it, but we're so spoiled these days. I don't know. I feel like I've lived in small enough places where I could handle it, you know. Sharing a room. This would be perfect. These nice little wooden log cabins. Yeah. The layout is weird. Like the floor plans are different than what we're used to, but I feel like even though it's kind of a strange floor plan, that back in the day they made better use of space.
Yeah.
But they didn't spend a lot of time inside anyway. It was mostly outdoors and working and doing stuff, and then in the evening being together was important.
Get a garden or something over here. Look at that, but you know, that'll be open from all there.
Right. Oh yeah, the baseball field. Well, there's a few more buildings and everything to see here, but I think this is going to be the end of the video because they're closing in a few minutes.
This is the garden and then the chicken house.
Oh, chicken coops. Oh, there's chickens in it. Let's go over there. Is that a turkey? That one's big. That's a rooster. All right, I got it.
Outhouse. That one at least is standing.
There's an outhouse. Yeah.
There's more livestock over there.
Oh, I see it. There's goats and all kinds of livestock. See, this is, I'm telling you, if we win the lottery, this is what we'll have. I dream about chickens. Other people dream about having a Lamborghini. Ooh. Low roofs. Wonder how old some of these cans of food are, these jars. Yes, people have gotten larger over the years. Oh, Blue Willow. I love Blue Willow designed dishes. The ultimate gift for me, a Blue Willow patterned teapot.
That's house.
Circa 1905. This small house began as a barn. It was converted to a home shortly after its completion. Early rural homes did not have glass windows. Board shutters, they did. Batten strips were used over the joints and siding to seal the building. Cool. See, it's just what I said. People worked as day laborers and then came home. Goats over there.
Says it was a cow camp.
A cow camp, okay.
The ball field's from the 1920s.
Alright, and this baseball field up here that people still use probably, it's from the 1920s. Anyway, that was our trip to Fort Christmas. It's really nice out here. There's little picnic pavilions over that way that you can rent out if you want to have some sort of birthday party outdoors or any kind of function or barbecue or event. There's a nice modern style playground that you could bring your kids to and play, but it's really quiet and peaceful out here. And the weather today is just absolutely perfect for walking around outside and touring a little fort. But anyway, that was number 2 on our list of free things that you can do in Orlando. So the first one was the Holocaust Museum, if you saw that. And here is Fort Christmas. So if you're looking to travel and you're coming this way and you want some budget things to do that are free and relaxing and educational, here you go. I highly recommend Fort Christmas. Anything you want to add? Did you have a good time?
It was fun, really quiet. It's nice. Get out of Orlando here. There are places where you can relax and not have cars going everywhere.
Exactly. That's what I noticed. Like, you don't hear the cars and the honking and the sirens and the honking. People in Orlando like to honk for no reason at all. Got to make sure my horn works. Brr, nobody's around me. I'm gonna honk my horn just to warn you that I'm gonna cut you off.
It's the Orlando way.
It's the Orlando way. Yes. Well, I'm gonna sign off this vlog for today with Happy 4 Christmas Day.